Don't need love, you ain't even gotta say it. Misunderstood, don't need to be complicated. Ay, you know we good, no reason to be explaining. Just give me loyalty, cause love is overrated, yeah.
Parents decided to go out of town for about a month and a half, somewhere within that time frame. I was in 7th grade. I was 12 years old, and it was the end of the school year. So it was like May. And that just so happens to be my birthday month. 2 weeks into my parents' trip, I'm on the phone with two of my homegirls. You know how we used to do back in the day, 3-way all day. So we're on the phone, and I'm like, y'all, I should throw a birthday party. And they're like, yeah, you should throw a birthday party. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna throw a birthday party. And so we get to plan this birthday party, and I decide, I'm like, you know what? I don't even want this to be a birthday party. I want it to be a party. And I want it to be all of our party, because like, if no one shows up to a birthday party, that's embarrassing. And if they don't show up to a party, that's just whatever. But like, to a birthday party, that's like a sad situation. And you know, it's just humiliating, and people are feeling sorry for you, and just know. So I wanted it to be all of our parties, so we could all share this embarrassment if no one comes. I'm trying to decide what to put on the invitations, and I'm like, I got it. And they're like, what? And I'm like, we should put everybody in this party gonna be tipsy. And they're like, no, we can't put that down, because no one will let their kids come if we say everybody at this party is gonna be tipsy. And I'm salty, because I'm like, you know, the song is popping right now, Jaquan, that everybody in the club is tipsy. That song is popping at the time, and so we ended up deciding on something else. I don't remember what it was, but we put my address down, we put all our names down, and then when we went to school and we printed it out at the library, and then we handed all the invitations out.
You don't know me?
We handed it out to like all of the 7th graders for sure. Like, you know, pretty much like everybody that we talked to that was 7th graders. Yeah, and so when we got home, we started planning, which we didn't have no money, so like planning was making a music list. So we made a music list, and we had my friend burn 3 CDs for us for this party. 3 CDs, like 20 songs come on a CD, so that's like what, 3 hours? Well, I guess that was plenty songs, huh? I don't know. So the day of the party comes, and my friends come over early so that we can plan, which was bringing the stereo downstairs, like moving it from upstairs to downstairs. After I filmed this video, my sister reminded me that she bought a bag of Doritos for the party. I told her if she bought something, she could come. So we did have some food at the party. We had a whole bag of Doritos. So people started trickling in for the party, and they kept trickling, 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 and they kept trickling in. So by 10 o'clock, like the whole middle school was in my house. On top of the middle school, it was high schoolers in my house. And so it was so hot in the basement. It was scorching hot down there because it was so many people. So then the kids started moving upstairs to the garage. And from the garage, they started moving outside. And, you know, at this point, I'm like, you know, I should have never threw this. I should have never even thought about this. I should have never planned this. I should have never went through with this. And I'm just regretting it all because, like, at this point, it's too many people. It's too many kids. And we're not supervised. Yeah. And at that very moment, everyone started fighting. People started getting beat up. People started crying. There was weave on the floor. Like, it was bad. It was so, so bad. Why did I do this again? Why did I want to do this again? I'm questioning me at this point. Like, what did you want to get from this? Then this car pulls up in my garage. No one comes out of it. And I'm like, you know, who is this? And y'all will not believe who stepped out of this car. So out of this car steps my mom and my dad's friend. It's a husband and a wife, and they have a cake in their hands. Mind y'all, my parents don't ever get us cake. So it's like, y'all want to wait till y'all go out of town and bring me a cake? And y'all want to wait till y'all go out of town to bring me a cake? They step out of this car and they looking around and they see all of these kids.
Jesus, Lord, Jesus, please. I need your help.
Obviously they know, like it's her birthday. So they automatically assume, okay, she's having a birthday party. So they start yelling at everybody. They're like,
get out, get out, get out, you need to leave, you need to leave, you need to leave.
I'm just embarrassed. I'm just humiliated.
It just went all twisted up.
I just want to be levitated at this point. And I open my eyes and I'm still here.
Dang, my stomach started to rumble.
And all the kids are just sitting there because we're in middle school. Middle school and like early high school is like, we don't got cars. We was dropped off by people. So they just sitting there and they tell me to go inside. I go inside and they're like yelling at each other, talking about, like the nerve of me to throw this party. I went to my room, I shut the door. And so they called my parents, and then when they called my parents, they called me downstairs to talk to them, and my parents cursed me out from A to Z, from 1 to 100, from my rooty to my tootie. Like, they cursed me out. And then they start making promises. They promise they're gonna beat me. They promise I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. They promise I'm gonna regret this, which I already did. Like, I already knew that I did something wrong. I already knew that I shouldn't have threw this party. Like, they leave when all the kids go home. I call my friends and I'm like, I feel like the party was, kind of a success. Like, everybody came. I even had high schoolers at the party. Like, and they're like,
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. My parents are out of town. Like, I won't be okay, but I'm okay right now. And they're like, ooh, girl, we heard you getting a whooping. And I'm like, this is even worse than I anticipated. This is the worst case scenario. This is the worser case scenario than I thought was the worst case scenario. So like when the couple were yelling at each other about my nerve and my gall and my audacity, like people thought they were yelling at me and they took the yelling as whoopings. I don't know, they ran with that. And so everyone was saying that I got a whooping at the party. That's like the most embarrassing scenario that could happen to you at 13 years old. Like, and for everyone to think that you got a whooping while they were there, for high schoolers to be there and think that I got a whooping, to possibly be branded this girl who threw a party and got a whooping all the way up until my high school career. I was done with life. I could have walked into a road. Like, I've lived. I'm 13. I've lived. I don't need to go on anymore because like I knew the embarrassment that was to follow. Like, my heart could not take. Like, I just knew that my heart could not take it. So Sunday comes and I'm still talking to people on the phone. And
Oh my God, are you okay? Ooh, we heard you got a whooping.
And I'm hoping that, my friends can get the word out before school on Monday that I did not get a whooping because I don't want to even go through this. Monday comes and I have to walk through the gym. My heart is beating fast. I'm sweating and I do not want to go into the school building. Every morning we all have to go to the gym area. And on the right, like as soon as you walk in, is the 6th graders. They're on the floor bleachers. Up top is the 8th graders, which they're really big to you when you're like in lower grades. Like you feel like 8th graders are so big. Like they were so big to me. So they're up top immediately to your left when you walk in. Then there was my grade, 7th grade, who sat clear across town, clear across the gym, clear across the country, like just far away from the door of entry. So my walk of shame was going to be long. Like I felt like I was about to walk the Green Mile. So anyways, I hold my head up high and I'll start walking in. So I'm walking through, I'm doing my walk of shame. And all I hear is whooping. ass beat, 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 ass whooping, ass whoop, 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 ass whoop, ass whoop, beat, beat, ass whoop, 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 ass beat, whoop, whooping. She got her ass, whoop, 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 whoop. Like, that's all I hear. Like, everyone is whispering, and they're whispering about me. They're talking about me, and I'm like, I did not get no whooping, y'all.
I ain't get no whooping. I'm not getting beat. Like, not yet.
So I finally, after what feels like 2 hours, get to the 7th grade side, you know, and I start talking to my friends, and I start talking loud because I need everybody to hear I did not get no whooping. I'm like,
Everybody keeps saying I got a whooping. I ain't get no whooping. Like, dang, I don't know where they heard that from, but I ain't get no whooping. Everybody keeps saying I got a whooping. I ain't get no whooping.
everybody, you know, heard me saying, you know, but you know, the rumor sounds better than a lie. Is that how that saying goes? But like, you know, that lie spread so fast. And so the truth, I don't think spread that fast. I don't know.
16 paranoia-filled days later.
I got my ass toe up, and I did not need those whoopings, okay? Because remember, I knew that I was wrong before everything went down, before the friends showed up. Like, I would have never thrown another party. Like, I ain't need no whooping to not throw another party. Like, I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna do it no more. Like, go out of town, go for 3 months. I'm not gonna throw no more parties. You do not need to beat me for me to figure that out. But I got beat, and so I knew double times now not to throw no party when they went out of town. Yep. Thank you for joining me on this story time. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can be notified of my videos as soon as they drop. Deuces. Throw a birthday party and no one shows up. That is more embarrassing than if I have a party. That's annoying me. So we had my friend burn some CDs for us. Ooh. There we go. I don't know where to look. Look at the dot. I don't know. No, I'm gonna look crazy too because of that.